Hi, this is Wayne Brown from Life Back on Track. Welcome to the latest episode. Again, this is another one of those questions that someone has sent in, and this one's from Michael in Brisbane in Australia. Now, Michael's question is regarding his teenage son. His teenage son is 15 and a half, so he's worried about him because he's becoming argumentative, he's becoming rebellious, and Michael's getting a little frustrated. He doesn't know what to do. He's starting to front up to him, to get aggressive towards him, and Michael's worried that it might escalate into something. Okay, now this is a common problem. It's one that I had to prepare my sons for so that I could avoid that. And it's also because I had a realization. I did a fair bit of work on myself at men's workshops and weekends. And what I realized is there's something that a lot of our young men are denied, and it holds us back, a lot of us, from achieving what we could really achieve. And that is a transition into adulthood. So a lot of the times a young man, he will be obviously a child, he will be growing up, puberty will start to hit, his testosterone starts to max out, and the challenge is that nowadays there's a lot of images of manhood that are not very effective or very complete. A word that gets bandied around, I don't like this and I don't endorse this word, but toxic masculinity. I don't like that because it infers that there's something wrong, that you're broken, and I don't agree with that. I believe it's more of an incomplete manhood. You don't have all of the information to understand how to operate as a man. So what your son will be going through, Michael, is he will be in this situation where he will be looking for guidance to become that man. Now, if you yourself have not done something like this, I would recommend doing it. I did it when my boys were just coming into their teen years, and I know when my youngest, he went through it. I didn't have any problems with him direct, but he had some challenges at school. So I took him to a young teen version of what I did, and that made a massive difference with him. He saw manhood in a wonderful, complete version, and it changed how he looked at himself, and he was certainly a lot calmer and more in control of himself. So a lot of that argumentativeness, that rebelliousness, is an unconscious drive from young males so that they get driven away from the family home so that they can find their own journey, their own image, their own version of themselves. And to do that, you need to step away from the family. And traditionally, the males of the tribe used to come in and take the boys away and do an initiation, and that could be something from a few days to a few weeks, where they're kept away from the tribe and they're taught how to be a man. They're taught the skills that men need, and then when they come back to the tribe, and some initiations start as young as 13 in the older tribes, so that the boy that left at 13 comes back as a man of 13. He now gets a place in the council, he gets a voice, he gets heard, he gets valued, he learns his place, he learns to understand how he contributes, he learns to see the bigger picture. And we don't get that nowadays, a lot of our young men, and that's what ends up tarnishing a lot of us and giving us this sense of something's missing. And that's what it is, it's that transition into manhood. So I heavily endorse you to go and look at something like that. I'll happily give a plug for the one that I did. It was a mob called Mankind, and it originated in America, and it's a 3-day long weekend getaway. Very intense. They'd take you through a lot of processes, a lot of answers you can find for yourself, and I felt really good at the end of that. I started to find myself again. I also did one, the Mankind one I did here in Perth in Western Australia, but they're all around the world. And the other one I did was in Brisbane, which was called Real. And what I realized once I did that is a lot of that was derived from Mankind. It was still a good process. I enjoyed it, still got some things out of it. And the one I did for organised for my younger son was like I said, a young teen version of the Mankind weekend, because that's 18 and over. The one I did, he was under 18. I think he was 15 and a half, 16, same age as your son, Michael, where he went and spent that weekend doing it. So it was camping and just having fun. So I'll put some links in below. If you've got any other questions, send them through to us and we'll answer them as quick as we can. So until the next episode, take care, and here's to a good life.